right, good morning, Mustang Nation. We are up here in Duluth at the Heritage Sports Complex for a little tilt against Duluth East here this morning. We'll play here at 10 a.m., followed by a 5 p.m. game. We'll head back to Rochester, and then we'll play White Bear Lake tomorrow afternoon. So grab your coffee, sit on the couch, enjoy the stream, enjoy the commentary. I'd like to take a moment just to thank our sponsors. Sorensen Painting, Minnesota Shaved Ice, Jimmy's, Jacobson, ETS, Paramark, and of course our friends over at VFW 1215, longtime sponsors of Rochester hockey. As always, watch us on social media. Follow the games, player highlights, game results on X and Instagram. Follow the live game action here on YouTube. Like, subscribe. Hit that little bell icon to get notified when games are going live. We'll be starting here shortly. Only one camera today. We're over in the Sill Arena where Wi-Fi is not necessarily the best. So we're just going to do the one camera setup here this AM. About a minute 45 left here in warm-ups, and then we'll get going. Again, nice little tune-up game here. Banners have been hard at it here at practice. Lots of 6 a.m. practices, and just trying to get new systems down, install the new forecheck power play, kind of learn where everybody's at relative to positions and skills. So these are all really pointless games, really, but they have a lot of meaning given we're trying to get steamrolling here as a team. Got Spaniel, Howie, and we got Sam over there, Sam Slidham, over on the bench. Rochester coaches this year. Rochester in their away black uniforms. Black and red stripes this year. Duluth in their home whites. Buzzers sound. Teams will pick up pucks, and we'll get going here momentarily. take a look at your Rochester roster. Your 2025, 2026 Mustangs. Again, lines may not be represented here where our kids are coming from, where they're going. A lot of century-bound players and some Mayo-bound players. Again, given the dynamics of our association and the makeup of our high schools, kids kind of divide and conquer. Puck drop here shortly. Drop a message here in the stream. Let us know where you're watching from. You know, many of you are probably watching from home on the couch with a coffee. It's a great way to kick off your Saturday morning. Here we go. Duluth picks up that initial face-off. They come around the near side. Trying to chip up the near side boards. Duluth chips it up. That's too far. That'll be an icing. Face off into the loose zone. Joe Getchell on the forecheck. Caleb pinching. He gets it up to the point. Fires a shot. That goes just wide. Duluth is able to chip it out. Caleb on the chase. He's got a forechecker on him. He comes around the net. Caleb trying to skate it up. He gets through the neutral zone. Comes across the blue, and we have an offsides. Oh my God. Not sure I saw that was offsides, but it looks like maybe the far winger was off. Face off outside the loose zone. Rochester on the forecheck as Duluth picks that puck up, comes around the near side. He spins, goes around the backside, reverses it. Rochester pinching down, a nice pinch there along the boards, keep that puck in. Duluth picking it up behind the net, they reverse. Now along the far side boards, Rochester pinching again, holding that puck in. Duluth up and off the boards, they chip it out. Rochester going D to D. Rochester gets a change as we forecheck. Tristan Bradley behind the net, tries to center it. Center pass, shot! Loose. And there's a whistle. Rochester getting their first couple shots here. Pass, good forecheck by Tristan Bradley. He gets that out front and shot by, might have been Kohler Peterson. Face off in the Duluth zone, they get it back to the point. Shot from the point's blocked, steered into the corner. Duluth chipping that up. Rochester, Parker Ashton's able to hold that, and Duluth up the near side. They chip it up. Duluth trying to get across the middle. Rochester working it up quickly. Kohler Peterson dumping it down. Now up the near side boards, they get that to the center, moving off quickly. Burst of speed, 2-on-1, coming down. Shot, that goes just wide. Rochester chipping it out. Duluth has to regroup. No icing. Duluth reversing it. Duluth coming out now. 2-on-2. Coming down on Hangy. Far side corner. Caleb Woodrick in the corner. He's battling. Duluth coming around the near side net. You're not going to call a hook. Oh my God.
Nice.
Oh, I thought that was a woman there for a second. No, it's not. It's a long-haired dude. So we're getting Caleb Wieder on a weak hook here. 12-18. So Duluth going on the power play here. Duluth working it up to the point, now across the blue line. Working out to the near side, shot. That hits a body and deflects into the far side. Duluth working that across the blue line, now back out to center, working the 1-3-1. No goal. Player had tripped the goaltender. Tripped the goaltender, call it tripping. Call it trip. There you go, he's got him. So we'll go to 4-on-4. We'll call the trip. Apparently the Duluth East coach confused on what a trip is, so we'll have a face-off. Face-off outside the Rochester zone. 1:42 left in the penalty kill. Duluth East wins that draw here on the power play. They come across the red. They chip it down. Hunter Peterson going into the corner. Duluth picks that up. They come up the boards. Setting up in their 1-3-1 now. Tip, shot. Rochester trying to get it out. That's picked off at the blue line. A hand, shot. That's high into the glass. Duluth now working it across the blue line. Shot, trying to get that tip play. Duluth now in the near side corner. Hunter Peterson there. Max Wiesner now on the near side boards. Duluth works it out to the blue line. Duluth on the near side boards, trying to center it. They get a centering pass that goes deflect off in the corner. Kohler Peterson picking that off. He chips it all the way down. That'll be an icing. .29 seconds left in the penalty. Face off to the right of Sickick. Duluth wins that draw. They come up to the blue line, working it across the blue, back to the middle. They're 1-3-1. Shot. Save Sickick. Kicks that in the near side corner. Duluth East picking that up. Shot. Save. Rochester trying to chip that out. They can't quite yet. Shot steered to the corner by Sickick. Duluth walks out, just completely walks out of the corner and puts a shot by Sickick. And Duluth East up 1-0 on the power play. Defenseman had fallen down in the corner, got a little mosquito bump, fell down, and Duluth pretended they were going to walk out behind the net and came out front and stuck her home. Duluth wins that draw. Now up the far side boards. Duluth back in their zone. They bring it around the near side. Sage is there. Joe Getchell on the far side. He dumps it back down in the corner. Schletty trying to cut that backdoor pass off. Rochester up to the point. Shot. save, Duluth East. Rochester trying to work that puck to the middle. Now Duluth works it out. They come across center. Dipsy Doodle around the defenseman. Walking in, shot, save. Joe Getchell on the far side. He chips it down. Duluth has to regroup. Rochester gets a change. Duluth now working it up the middle. Intercepted by Masters. Masters spins, comes around, back up to the point. Peterson down on the sideboards. Trying to work to the middle. Duluth picks that off. They circle behind the net. They chip it up off the glass and down. That should be all the way down for an icing. Masters stepping in for this draw. Young over on the far side. Puck gets chipped out. Parker Ashton on the far boards, and the puck comes back in the Rochester zone. Hunter Peterson back for it. He comes around the near side net. He chips it up the boards right to Duluth defenseman who cuts it off. Duluth can't hold the blue line, so they have to regroup in the neutral zone. Puck bounces off the Rochester skate. Now on the far side, Carson Lusk on the forecheck. Duluth to the far side, taken away by Tristan Bradley. Should be an offsides, and there we have a whistle. Nice little fall drive up to Duluth here last night for some families. Some drove up this morning. Fall colors in full effect. Caleb Wiedrich back for it. He chips it up the near side boards. And we have an icing. 7:54 left here in the first period. Face off in the Rochester zone. Kohler Peterson wins that back to Caleb Wiedrich. Caleb Wiedrich up the boards. He chips it up to Max Wiesner. Max can't hang on to it, so Duluth regrouping in their zone. Duluth along the near side. They try to go D to D. That's behind the Duluth defenseman. Now a bump off the boards. Now up the near side wing to the center. Caleb Wiedrich with it now. He chips it up the boards to Kohler Peterson. Kohler's able to get it all the way down. Tristan Bradley on the forecheck. Max Wiesner on the far side. Hangy pinching. Duluth coming down now 2-on-1 with Caleb Wiedrich. Shot. Nice stick by Caleb to get his get that deflected in the corner. Near side boards. Battle for the puck. Warren Hangy comes out with it. Can't get a stick on it, but he regroups and he gathers it back. Comes across the red line. Walks across, gets a shot. Deflected in the corner. Duluth loses it momentarily. Joe Getchell there regroups with his defenseman. Hanging out the far side. Puck comes out to the neutral zone now. Duluth coming across the blue. 1-on-4. Centering pass. Goes through everybody. Duluth now picking up, going up to the point. Shot from the point. Gobbled up by Sikic. Swallows that up in his chest protector and we get a whistle. 6:21 left. Face off to the right of Sikic. Masters out there. Rochester gets that, comes down now. Young coming down the near side boards. He loses it. Sage on the forecheck. He comes back hard on the back check. Duluth coming down 1-on-3. Shot, save, Sikic. He's able to stop that and grab the rebound that was bouncing in front of him. Loose puck here on the draw. Duluth racing to it on the far boards. They chip it down a little bit lower. Rochester just trying to chip it out. Top of the high slot. They put a shot on net. Hagen is there. He chips it out. Now on the race. Masters going for it. He wins the race. Cut to the middle. Can't hang on to the puck. Loose puck here in the near side corner. Masters showing a great burst of speed. Duluth coming back. He just dumps it down as Duluth gets a change. Elliott goes behind the net to stop the puck. Rochester Dipsy Doodles bumps it off the boards right to the Duluth defenseman. Shot, that's high, tipped high and wide. Duluth on the far side boards to get up to the blue line. Shot blocked. Near side, Tristan Bradley in the corner. Michael Peterson now behind the net. Duluth working around to the far side. Shot. That goes off Elliott's pad in the near side corner. Puck gets worked out to the point here. We can't get it out. Duluth in the slot. Max Wiesner battling for it. He chips it up off the boards and gets it out. Now to the middle. That goes off Tristan Bradley's skate. Duluth coming back quickly. Parker Ashton able to get that puck out. Duluth regrouping here at center. They get it up to the far side. Caleb Wiedrich back for it. He rings it around the near side. Tristan Bradley can't reach it. So Duluth has to regroup. Now in their zone, they come around the net. Shipping it up off the boards. Rochester able to keep that in. They fire it in the near side corner. Schletty dumping it down. McGill, he gets knocked off the puck. On the far side, Hangy. Can't keep the puck in. Duluth coming down now 2-on-1 with Caleb Wiedrich. Centering pass. Shot. Elliott's there for the save.
Nice try, Liam. Back up.
Face off to the left of Sikic. .353 left. Duluth wins that. Draw comes out to the point. They dump it down to the far side corner. Now chipping around the near side. Young is there. Duluth comes out of the corner. Shot just misses. That goes wide. Caleb Wiedrich applying the pressure in the far side corner. Duluth coming out now. Young near side. Battle on the backside boards. Both teams trying to gain possession here. Duluth working that give and go. Duluth chipping it back. Caleb Wiedrich with it. He chips it up the near side. Young can't get it out. Rochester changing as Duluth works it up. They dump it all the way down, no icing. Hagen is back for it. He chips up the far side boards. Hagen up to the near side. Kohler Peterson coming across the blue. Rochester finally getting some zone time in Duluth. Short-lived as Duluth comes out quickly. Shot by Duluth that Elliott gobbles up, and we get a whistle here with 2:27 left in the first. Rochester wins that draw. Sage around the far side corner. He chips it up. Wiesner gets it out. Tristan Bradley protecting the cross ice pass. Duluth working it on the far side now. Rochester pinching down. Kohler Peterson on the back check. Duluth coming down now 3-on-1. Centering pass. That's blocked. Rochester working up quickly. Now we got a break. Tristan Bradley coming down on a breakaway. Coming down. Backhand. Oh, ran out of space. Goaltender got his leg down. Tristan trying to find that far side opening. Rochester going D to D. Now working it up the near side. Duluth turning it back quickly. Rochester works it back. Sage. Rochester getting a change as they dump it down to the Duluth zone. Duluth trying to bump it around to the far side. They chip it up to the far side winger. Now they work it out. Duluth coming down. Toe drag around him. Shot saved. Elliott standing his ground. Duluth is able to get around that defenseman.
Great job, Graham. That was nice. Nice hustle, White. Keep it up.
107 left, 106 left here in the first period. Rochester wins that draw. They're able to get it out. Duluth ships it back in for a whistle, an offside whistle here with 1 minute left. Looks like we got some moms and grandmas watching the stream here. Good morning. Duluth wins that draw. They've got to regroup in their zone. They go back behind the net. Coming around the near side now with a burst of speed. Coming around, Hunter Peterson. Now working it back to the point. Now off to the far side. Shot, trying to get that tip play going. Hunter Peterson in the near side corner. He chips it up. Young has no idea the puck's coming to him. Rochester applying, banana peel. Rochester's able to dump it down. Duluth bringing it around to the far side with 19 seconds left. Chip play. Duluth working around the near side. 19 seconds left. Caleb Wiedrich intercepting. Walks in the middle, gets the shot off. That's put into the near side corner. 1 second. That's your period. Score is 1-0 Duluth. Duluth getting that power play goal. Teams will regroup here. Don't have a recording of shots, but I think Rochester holding an early lead. Duluth coming back, I think gaining the advantage here in shots in totality here in the first period. Tristan Bradley with a breakaway that Duluth East is able to snuff out and stop. Rochester with a small number of chances. Duluth East with some a larger number of scoring opportunities here in the first period. We'll see if Rochester can turn that around here. we go, the start of our second period. Duluth wins that initial face-off. Tristan Bradley on the forecheck. Duluth wins that draw. They come around the near side, up the boards. They chip it down for an icing. Again, not the best Wi-Fi signal, cell signal here in the building. I'm going off my phone here, so I apologize if it's the stream is not of our high standards, but doing the best we can here. Rochester wins that draw. Kohler Peterson in the near side corner. Duluth now behind the net. They spin. They get up the near side boards. Parker Ashton pinching. Puck does come out. Rochester working it back to Peterson on the far side. He chips it up. That'll be an icing. Face off on the far side. Rochester battling there. Tristan Bradley. Warren Haney. Caleb Weidrich back in the corner. He chips it around. Near side boards. Caleb Weidrich comes out of the zone with it. Max Wiesner picks it up. He chips it up to Caleb Weidrich coming down 2-on-1. Shot! Glove save. McGill stepping in for this draw. Joe Getchell over there in prime form. Schletty, shot from the point. Schletty can't grab that rebound. Shot from Caleb Weidrich on the point. Duluth coming around the far side. They chip it up the boards. Caleb Weidrich pinching. He's able to hold that puck in. Taken away, shot, Schletty. Save, rebound. Rochester can't grab that. Duluth coming back now, 1-on-2. Duluth just walking around the defenseman. Shot. Rochester defender falls into the net, so we've got a whistle. Looks like they're calling him pushed into the net, taking the pegs off, so we'll have a face-off outside the zone. Rochester with a good opportunity there. Off outside the Rochester zone. They chip it out and down. Lusk on the forecheck. Duluth picks that up. They go D to D to the far side. Masters is there. Saj is able to chip that in off the goaltender. Duluth picks it up off the glass. Rochester's able to dump it down. Hagen dumping it in. Tristan Bradley on the forecheck. Duluth East reverses it to the near side. That goes all the way down. That will hit the net, and we have an icing. Here with 12:40, second period.
Get it out of there, East.
Tristan Bradley dumping it down. Kohler Peterson in the near side corner. Duluth is able to get that out. Hunter Peterson back for it. And we have an icing again. 12-21. Fuller Peterson in for this draw. Tristan Bradley, Max Wiesner out there. Parker Ashton, Hunter Peterson. Duluth wins that draw to the far side. They get it to the middle through a player's foot. And Parker Ashton picks it up, gets it across the red, and dumps it all the way down. Duluth goaltender plays it around to the far side. Now up the boards. Duluth chipping it up off the boards. Hunter Peterson coming down now, one-on-one. Tries to slide it through, doesn't get a shot off, steered into the far corner, up to the point now, shot. Rebound, or shot deflected into the corner, near side. Max Wiesner trying to find space. Parker Ashton throws that into the far side corner. Duluth picking it up. Hunter Peterson stepping down to keep that puck in. Rochester throws it into the near side corner.
It's over.
Duluth now off the far side boards. Caleb Wiedrich steps up. And he tapped it a little too far over the blue, so we have an offsides. McGill stepping in for this draw with Joe Getchell and Schletty, it looks like. Caleb Wiedrich, Warren Hangy on the point. Face off. Rochester dumps it into the Duluth zone. McGill keeping that deep. Joe Getchell on the forecheck. Duluth up the near side boards. Warren Hangy able to keep that in. Shot that goes off a stick, deflected in the far side corner. Joe Getchell's there. Joe battling on the far side boards. McGill going into the fray. Getchell out to the top slot. Shot, Schletty. Steered into the corner.
Mike, get it out of here!
Rochester trying to center it. It comes all the way out. Rochester having to regroup. Working it out to the far side. Joe Getchell throwing it all the way down as Rochester gets a change and an interference. Duluth trying to make that long pass. No icing. Caleb Wiedrich back for it. He gets it to the near side of Hangy. Hangy to the far side. Now the boards chipping it down. Lusk coming across the blue. He loses it. Now back to Caleb Wiedrich. He goes to the near side. That's too far for the Rochester player, and we'll have an icing. Face off in the Rochester zone. Hagen back for it behind the Rochester net. Comes out to the point. Shot. That goes wide. Rings around to the near side. Duluth throwing it around to the far side corner. Duluth East behind the net. Nice spin. Hagen falling down. Centering pass. Elliott's there, still loose. Shot pops in the near side corner. Duluth trying to create some open space. They're able to hold that in. They throw it back down. Masters is there. Lusk. Shot from Duluth. That goes high. Elliott's able to get a blocker on that. Rochester dumps it all the way down. That'll be on net. No icing. Duluth working it up the near side boards. Shift to the middle. Max Wiesner getting across the red, dumping it down. Duluth goaltender plays it around to the near side. Duluth picking it up on the blue line, walking across, center pass. Jumps over a stick in the near side corner. Rochester chipping to the near side boards. Now Duluth throws it behind the net. Duluth behind the net now. Dipsy Doodle here at the blue line, spinning, turning. Far side, shot. Save Sikic. Far side boards with 7:59 left. Rochester chips it out to the point. Shot, save Sikic. He steers on the near side boards. Rochester picks up that rebound, comes out, tries to get out. Turnover. Now we're able to chip it out. Duluth going back for it, no icing. So Rochester gets a change. Long cross ice pass. Caleb Wiedrich is there. Caleb Wiedrich coming around the far side. Tries to dance. Gets that taken away. Duluth spinning. Chip to the far side. And Rochester just throws it all the way down for an icing. Get a whistle with 7:14 left. Face off to the left to Sikic. Rochester's able to chip it up off the glass and out. Duluth has to regroup in their zone. Now up the near side, that's off the skate. Duluth having to regroup now. They chip it up the far side boards. Caleb Wiedrich stepping up. Duluth is able to pick that up. Now is Rochester in their zone trying to get it out.
Get there!
Shot from the corner. Sikic's able to grab.
You gotta skate!
6:44. Puck comes out now. Duluth has to regroup in their own zone as that face-off goes all the way down. Schletty on the forecheck. Puck comes around near side. Duluth to the middle. Taken away by Rochester. Schletty throws it all the way down. Rochester changing quickly. Long pass. Rochester takes that away, and we have an offsides. Prime example of just a crappy rule. Immediate offsides. Puck was tipped by a Rochester play out of the zone, into the zone. Rochester could have easily tagged up. Duluth wins that draw. They go up and off the boards and out of the zone. Hagen is there. He regroups in his own zone. He ships it up and out. Duluth here at the red line. Near side corner, Saj. All the way down, no icing. Duluth goaltender back to play it. Duluth chipping it up the boards. Saj is there, Duluth coming back. No offsides, Rochester turning it right back at the blue line. Saj coming down, he fires a shot deep. Tristan Bradley on the forecheck. Duluth, a little drop pass here at the top of the slot. Shot fired, hits a Rochester player, goes wide. Hunter Peterson picking it up. He gets it chipped off his stick. Centering pass, broken up by Rochester. Duluth is able to hold it in. Peterson can't get it out, shot save. Elliott. Turnover in the slot results in a scoring opportunity for Duluth, now on the far side corner. Duluth coming out of the pile, centering pass. Broken up by Rochester. Tristan Bradley coming down now. He stops at the blue line, puts his spinner on, dumps it down low for Max Wiesner. Max Wiesner now in the corner. Tries to get it to his defenseman. Defenseman falls. Sorry, that was McGill. McGill at the blue line. Parker Ashton up off the glass. Duluth's able to hold it in. Players battling here at the blue line. Duluth able to still hold it in. Now it gets chipped out. Tristan Bradley moving it. He dumps it all the way down. Duluth has to get it in their zone. McGill on the forecheck. Duluth spinning. They go D to D, now up the glass. Up the glass and out for Caleb Wiedrich. He spins and turns. He gets it chipped off his stick. Parker Ashton is there. Centering pass. Broken up by Rochester. Net comes off as Parker Ashton checked his player, Duluth player, into the net with 3:43 left, so we'll have a whistle and a face-off in the Rochester zone. Face off. Caleb Wiedrich up and off the glass and out. Rochester now with a 2-on-1. Coming down, Rochester shot. Save. Looks like that was Young coming down. Griff Young coming down, taking a shot on a 2-on-1. Duluth loses it at the red line. They get it and dump it all the way down with 3 minutes left here in the second period. Caleb Wiedrich there with Hangy. And Caleb Wiedrich now behind the net. He comes out of that pile. He goes far side up and off the glass and all the way down for an icing. Rochester needing a change, so they get a change and a whistle at 2:54. Puck goes in the corner after the draw. Puck comes out to the blue line, shot. Elliott's able to steer that in the far side corner. Sage is there. Loose puck here at the blue line, comes across. Shot. Blocked by Rochester. Max Wiesner to the far side now. Tristan Bradley coming down with Max. 2-on-3. Tristan spins. Fires it down deep into the corner. Tristan Bradley in the far side. He spins. Dumps it back behind. Joe Getchell out there. Throws it around. McGill trying to pop out of that corner. Fires a pass across the slot. No Rochester player there. Puck comes out of the zone. Hunter Peterson is able to keep that in. Schletty behind the net now. Looking for somebody. Trying to find Joe Getchell. That goes across the slot. McGill up to the point. That's past Parker Ashton. No icing. Parker Ashton battling for the puck. He maintains control, rings it around to the near side. Schletty's here. Rochester firing it up the boards. Schletty coming across the red. He dumps it down. Duluth goaltender back out to play it. Parker Ashton fires a shot from the point. That's a save. Got a fair amount of zone time here in the second period, not necessarily resulting in a lot of shots. Masters stepping in for this draw. One by Rochester, out to Caleb Wiedrich. He fires a quick shot that goes in the far side corner off of a Duluth pad. Duluth working it out now. Hangy trying to come back. He's able to get a body on that. Great job by Hangy.
Hi, my name's Caleb.
So now they're calling Caleb for a rough.
You can't call it after the fact. You can't let that coach influence the call. Ah.
So Duluth will go on the power play with 43 seconds left. Duluth on the far side boards. Centering pass. Shot and goal. Quick centering pass, one-timer beats Elliott here for a 2-0 lead. Both Duluth goals on the power play. Duluth up the boards. They chip that to the middle. Rochester comes across the blue, getting it to Max Wiesner. He dances. Far side, trying to center it. Can't. Now up the far side boards. Hunter Peterson keeps that in. He brings it around on the near side. Max Wiesner's here. Duluth off the boards. Now to the far side. Race for it. Hunter Peterson. Off sides. Duluth wins that draw. They circle back in their zone to regroup. Now up the middle, and that's the end of the second period. Teams will skate off the ice. Duluth with a 2-0 lead. Shots were, I'd say, more even here in the second period. We're not keeping track on the scoreboard. Rochester, I think, having a little bit more zone time. Duluth taking advantage of another power play and walking away with a 2-0 lead. So we'll step away here momentarily and come back for the third period. All right, we're back here for the start of the third period. Teams are taking the ice. Once again, follow us on social media. Instagram, X for game and player highlights. YouTube for all the live game day action. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Sorensen Painting, Minnesota Shaved Ice, Jimmy's, Jacobson's, Surgery, ETS, Paramark. And of course, Rochester VFW 1215, longtime sponsors of Rochester hockey, and especially this VFW team. Shout out to all our veterans. Go out and visit your VFW there in Rochester. Great menu selection, great wait staff. Public is welcome. You can also go out and check out some of the past trophies that we've won. Not all the trophies are sitting in Graham Arena. Go out and check out the axe. The axe from last year's VFW championship team, state championship team. Third period underway here shortly. (2-0) in favor of Duluth. A couple power play goals. And third period underway. Here we go. Rochester wins that draw. Hunter Peterson going off to the far side boards for Max Wiesner. Max missing that puck. Duluth picking it up, they dump it all the way down. Now back behind the net, Peterson, he spins and gets it up the far side boards to Max. Max chips it up and out. Duluth spinning, turning around quickly. Dancing around the defenseman, coming down. Shot, just deflected wide. Puck comes up the near side, Tristan Bradley coming out now. He walks across the red, trying to find space. He dumps it down behind the Duluth zone. Duluth net. Max Wiesner lets that go. Duluth on the far side now. They chip it up the boards. Tristan Bradley chips it down behind the Duluth net. Duluth regrouping now in their zone. They chip it up. Caleb Weidrich coming across the blue line. He dances, chips it all the way down. Duluth goaltender steps out. Weidrich coming down to pinch. Joe Getchell throwing it to the middle. That's taken away by Duluth. Duluth now regrouping behind their net. Up the near side boards and all the way down. That should be an icing. Face off in the Duluth zone. Duluth wins that draw. They bring it around to the far side. Hangy pinching. Duluth chips it out to the middle. They got a 2-on-1 now. Caleb Weidrich in the middle. Caleb's able to get a stick on that. Duluth off to the side. Shot. Elliott with a save. Duluth player losing his stick. Rochester hanging gets dumped behind the net. Joe Getchell chipping it out. Schletty on the forecheck. Duluth behind their net. Duluth working it up now. Turnover. Lusk can't get to that puck. Duluth goes behind their net. Chipping it up to the middle. Rochester pinching and able to keep that puck in. Duluth now behind the net. He tries to go up off the glass, misses, but he's able to get that puck, chips it out. Hagen steps up, dumps it in, but it is offsides. Face off outside the Duluth zone. Duluth wins that draw. They chip it up off the boards and it goes into the box, the player bench. So we'll have a whistle and another face off inside the zone. Masters in for this draw with Lusk and Griff Young. Duluth wins that draw. They go behind the net, chip it around the near side. Chip it out. Sage isn't able to get a stick on it. Rochester tries to chip it out. Duluth chipping it now behind the net. Coming around the far side. Top of the zone. Shots deflected, bounces into the far side corner. Sage rips it around the near side. Duluth is able to grab it up off the boards. Hagen back in the corner for it. He spins. Trying to chip it up to Young. Young chips it to the middle. Turned over to the Duluth. Duluth coming down now. Centering pass. Rochester's able to chip it out and get a change on all five. Duluth now throws it up. They chip it into the zone to get a change themselves. Parker Ashton back. He spins and turns, reverses it to Hunter Peterson. He goes to the far side. Hits Wiesner. Kohler Peterson fires a shot that's wide. Duluth chipping it to the near side. That comes out of the zone. Hunter Peterson back for it. He goes D to D. That goes off a Duluth stick. Now to the near side. Tristan Bradley chipping it out. Kohler Peterson on the forecheck. Duluth East regrouping in their zone. They chip it up the far side boards. Rochester's there. Rochester trying to get a shot. We dump it deep. Joe Getchell in the corner. McGill. Duluth off the boards and coming out now. Puck bounces off their stick. Rochester chips it back. Schletty's there. Putting the pressure on. Duluth coming around the far side. Duluth gets close hang by their own player. Warren Hangy applying the pressure here at the red. Rochester's able to throw it all the way down. Backhand by Rochester, doesn't get out. Out of the far side, there's a big body at center ice. Lusk taking that check. Duluth throws it down behind the net. Caleb Wiedrich in the near side corner. Caleb Wiedrich up and off the glass and down. No icing. Duluth goes back to retrieve that. Duluth up and off the boards, spinning his Masters. Coming across, shot, glove save. Goaltender's able to swallow that up. 9:39 left in the third. Duluth up 2-0, 2 power play goals. Masters in for this draw. Wiesner and Griff Young. Sage pinching. Duluth gets it out now, coming down with numbers. Shipped away by Hagen, near side corner, comes around. Duluth up to the point. Walking the blue line, spinning. Dumping it down the boards. Duluth now finding space. Now they're top, high slot, dancing. Masters chips it around. Hagen is there. Duluth still controlling the puck here as they dump it down behind the net. Centering pass broken up by Rochester. Still can't get it out. A little bit of trouble here. Use a whistle. Hagen back 40, chips it around. Not far enough for a Rochester player to pick it up. Now to the point. Almost looks as though Duluth's on the power play. Shot, save. Elliott. Rebound goes in the near side corner. Pass out to the point. Misses the Duluth player, and we have an icing. Thought that came off the Duluth stick. Must have been a Rochester player throwing that down, so we'll have an icing. Here with 8:27 left in the third. Rochester looking to get on the board here. Face off, Duluth wins that. They go behind the net. Circling around the far side. They chip it back behind. Pass to the point, comes out of the zone. Rochester able to cut that off. Now on the far side, Joe Getchell coming across the red. Dumps it back behind the net. Hunter Peterson able to hold that into Tristan Bradley. He gets pinched out to the point. Shot. Steered into the corner by the Duluth goaltender. Duluth comes out. Now they reverse and come around the near side. Tristan Bradley. Duluth now coming out of the zone. Duluth coming across the middle. Blocker saved by Elliott. Duluth trying to come off those far boards now. Another shot. Blocked. Pass to the near side. Shot from the point. Glove saved by Elliott.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools belonging to the moment.
Face off. Rochester getting that out of the zone now. Kohler Peterson applying the forecheck here in the far side corner. Duluth picking that up, coming around the near side boards. Duluth walking out of that corner. Coming out of the zone, walking it through. Letting him completely walk in. I don't know what the defensemen were thinking. They both converged on one guy. Lack of communication there. Shot from the point, that's deflected. Rebound, loose in front. Finally, Rochester's able to kick it out.
Yes! Put him out for the season! Unacceptable!
Oh, he started it.
Not really. He landed on top.
So a couple Rochester player, Parker Ashton, going to the box here for a little rumble in the jungle here. We got both players going for roughing, I think. See what the call is here. Discussion here at the box. .503 left here in the third period. It's like we got a 5-minute penalty on Parker Ashton and a 2-minute on Duluth. Again, as we panned away down the zone, Parker Ashton on top of a Duluth player throwing haymakers. So it looks like there'll be another penalty assessed to Parker Ashton. Hagen will go in the box, join him. They'll have a little chat. So it looks like they're kicking Parker from the game. Parker getting tossed. I don't know if that means it's a match, if he's done for the next game or what, but 4-on-4 here for 2 minutes, and then Duluth will go on a 3-minute power play to essentially wrap up the game. Griff Young on the chase here, 4-on-4. A lot more open ice here. Duluth spinning, they go far side boards. Rochester getting sticks in the way. Duluth finally gets across the zone. Centering pass, Duluth behind the net. Now up to the point, now on the far side boards, trying to create that give and go opportunity. Duluth now with a burst of speed coming out of the zone, coming down. Near side boards, spinning. Coming down the middle, shot, blocker saved by Elliott. Turnover. Oh, great stick play by Rochester to keep that out of the net.
Keep working, White.
A little give and go. Now behind the net, Caleb Weeder trying to find that puck. He spins. Dances out from behind the net, comes down. He goes far side. Joe Getchell off his stick. He dumps it down. Duluth now picking that puck up. Hunter Peterson.
Be ready, be ready.
Down 2 defensemen, going with 4 defensemen here. 5-minute penalty assessed to Parker Ashton. He gets tossed from the game. We got Hagen in the box playing, serving that penalty. Duluth coming out of their zone. They dump it down. Caleb Wiedert on the far side. He gets a stick, plays the body. Duluth coming out of that corner. Centering pass, save Elliott. Puck steered into the corner. Duluth working that puck across the blue line, tipped by Schletty. Caleb Wiedert in the far side corner, trying to body it forward. Schletty. Duluth working that up the boards. It's almost as if they're on the frickin' power play. That came out. Shot tipped. Shot goal. So they were on the power play there. It was a 5-on-4. I didn't notice that their penalty expired, so they had that extra attacker. Still 5-on-4, 3-0 Duluth. Duluth wins that. They go D-to-D now in their zone, regrouping. Now on the blue line, setting up in there, 1-3-1. Shot, tip, save Elliott. Hunter Peterson behind the net now. Duluth falling down. Coming out of the corner, shot, save. Get our clock situated here, 1:50:52 left. Loose puck, Sage picks that up, he dumps it all the way down. Should be an icing. 1:41 left. Duluth picking that puck up again with the extra man here for the remainder of the game. Duluth setting up in there 1-3-1. Shot from the point, tip. Sage in the near side corner. Duluth here on the blue line, going across. Duluth coming out behind the net. Now up to the top in there, 1-3-1. Down to the middle, shot, save, Elliott. Behind the net, Hangy, Peterson there. He rips one off the boards. Duluth not able to hold the zone, so they regroup in the top of their zone. Working it to the middle now, coming across. Shot, that's high and wide off the glass, out to the near side point. Duluth able to hold that in. Puck goes across the blue and comes out of the zone. Duluth has to regroup. Rochester able to chip that out with 20 seconds left here in the period. Shot high and wide, gets ricocheted out of the zone here with 10 seconds left. Duluth to the near side, they dump it all the way down. Hangy's there, he gets blasted from behind. That's game one. Duluth takes that game 3-0. 3-0. Penalties costing Rochester. All three goals are power play goals for Duluth. We'll be back here at 5 o'clock to take on Duluth again. Hopefully we get over to the nice rink, the Heritage Rink. So we'll grab some lunch. We'll be back on the air here in a couple of hours. Thanks for joining us.